centuries I have felt their coming. Shrouded in vanity, they believed themselves obscured. Free to wage their covert war upon the pure and the righteous. Even now, they gird their souls with contempt, stalking their prey with a morbid pride. But they do not see the reckoning I have prepared for them. For their crimes, they will pay with most holy sacrifice. For the grandfather's truths cannot be denied.
Alright, hello and welcome to Let's Play Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters with me, Bring It On. Going forward, I'm just going to refer to the game as Chaos Gate to keep things simple. So Chaos Gate was released May 5th, 2022. It was developed by Complex Games and published by Frontier Foundry. It's a turn-based strategy game set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, a setting that I'm a huge fan of. You specifically play as the Grey Knight Space Marine chapter, which is unique among Space Marine chapters for a myriad of reasons, which I'll touch on as we play through the game. If I get started now, we may never actually get to the game. Let's go start a new campaign. I have played through the tutorial off camera to see how the game ran, but since there are story elements tied to the tutorial, we're going to play through it again. And I think I'll play on Ruthless. I've heard the game is very difficult, so I was tempted to play on Standard, but I feel like after the first couple of missions, it's just going to be too easy. That's typically how Standard difficulty is. So on Ruthless difficulty, enemies have plus 25% HP, enemies have higher stun values, some enemy squads are larger, plus 25% wound recovery time, and minus 1 resilience. And then it just says you can't change difficulty once the campaign has been started. I'll not be playing Grandmaster mode, it doesn't lend itself well to Let's Plays. Without further ado, I've been looking forward to this game for quite a while. Big fan of Warhammer 40k and the Grey Knights.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. Mankind wages a never-ending battle for survival against the demonic power of the Chaos Gods. But by one force is humanity shielded from true darkness. The Grey Knights. This secret chapter of Space Marines are the Imperium's surest defense against that which the Emperor foresaw would be its greatest threat. Humanity's blade against the demon. For in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
They said the thing.
Unidentified Astartes vessel. This is Captain Ferrani Everick of the warship Holiness of Ra. Geheris is lost. Repeat, Geheris is lost. All Imperial vessels are to withdraw at once. Astartes vessel, do you read me? Geheris is doomed. Please acknowledge this warning and...
You have done all you can, Captain. Go, in the Emperor's light.
You cannot sail into this storm.
We do what we must. Farewell, Captain. Tech Priest, report.
Hexagramic wards are under maximal pressure.
Commander, we cannot maintain this orbit for long.
Dispatch the assault team at once. I will join them and put an end to this myself.
Your will be done. assault team is engaged, Commander. They clear a path for your arrival.
Here I stand, one unbreakable shield against the darkness. Tonight the Cadion falls, Hector. Our quest is finally near its end.
Alright, stun meter. The stun meter shows how many attacks an enemy can take before it is stunned.
Palamedes, report.
We have cleared a path through this chaff. Our target lies ahead.
Time is against us, brothers. We breach the cathedral.
I think they did a pretty good job with the atmosphere as well. Very 40k.
Ha! Deluded zealots.
Your Imperium shall burn!
Cowards and weaklings. Advancing into cover.
And as you see on the bottom left here, you have your hit points, your willpower, action points. Well, he has a melee weapon.
Punish that craven fool.
He also has a ranged attack. So I do disagree with this. I think the bolter round should absolutely shred this guy. It shouldn't take more than one shot to kill him.
Face the Emperor's judgment.
I'm just going to chalk it up to him being empowered by some sort of warp shenanigans.
I will end that heretic. Justice.
So that's what the first shot should have done.
Uther, dispense of that heretic with your blade. Grant them no quarter.
Yes, Commander. I am the Emperor's fury.
You're out of cover, Uther. Trust in the Aegis.
Alright, so the Aegis Shield, activate to gain +2 armor for 1 turn, immune to autos.
Gods be with me!
Pathetic.
Ah, the horror! Die, Imperial, die! Just wait. Just wait. It bleeds!
Wretch.
Here's a good spot.
Time stands against us. I will breach the cathedral.
I also don't think that their little auto guns should be penetrating his power armor. I understand it's for balancing reasons.
Demons, I will not be delayed by these weaklings.
Alright, those are bloodletters. Those are Cornate demons, which I was surprised when I first played through the tutorial. Until the promo material just showed Nurgle's forces. I didn't expect to see Horn's demons here. But I'm glad that I did. Means there'll be some more variety.
Atlantis, your brother is pinned.
Plus, Kor is my favorite of the Chaos Gods.
By your command.
Deploy your frag grenade, brother.
Also, as the name Daemonhunters might suggest, the Grey Knights who specialize in hunting down and taking out demons. That's the whole shtick. They work in conjunction with the Ordo Malleus.
Deliver the Emperor's judgment, Uther.
Track down and kill demons
Advance,
and other
train your
chaos
bolter on that
agents.
doorway. Unleash your blessed ammunition the moment they are exposed. Palamedes, prepare for the demon's charge.
At once, Commander.
is not over.
I sense dark powers from within. These soulless curs shall hinder us no longer.
Alright, so this ability, unleash a rolling wave of force that devastates all enemies along its path. Knockback, armor break 1. So something else neat about the Grey Knights is that they are all psychers to some degree. They won't be recruited unless they have some sort of psychic potential. And in their squads, it's almost like a psychic hive mind. They're all connected psychically to each other, and they can bolster each other. They have special powers that can only be used when the whole squad works in conjunction.
End that demon, Palamedes.
Engage him now! Curses!
Alright, so auto defenses. The Bloodletter has the auto defense parry that can cancel the first melee attack against it. We'll attack him again.
I will end.
We cannot lose another battle, brother Iolanthus. Both demons must be destroyed.
Alright, precision targeting. Successful critical strikes with melee attacks allow you to damage one of the enemy's target points for an advantage in combat. The +2 to stun.
Return to the jaws of your master!
Alright, stunning a target, you stun the Bloodletter. A stun enemy will always be crit by your next attack, giving you easy access to precision targeting. To execute. Many enemies are vulnerable to executions while stunned. Executing an enemy will give all of your knights +1 AP. Alright, the Force Strike. It's a psychic enhancement. It can enhance most attacks with psychic power for 1 will point, or willpower. This is called a Force Strike for melee attacks and grants +1 damage.
Die, walk forward!
Excellent. I will move on ahead.
I like how this effect stayed on the ground too.
But we must prepare for the coming battle.
Your
I
command.
can sense enemy reinforcements. Palamedes, resuscitate Uther, so you may both defend against them. Take up defensive positions, Palamedes. The enemy reinforcements will be here soon. Your resolve is commendable, Uther. Join Palamedes in defense of the cathedral. Iolanthus, with me. There's a breach in the wall ahead. I will breach the inner sanctum.
Futile! Millions of souls feed the flame! The threshold is passed! The warp emerges!
Your cult is broken. Your ritual is ended. Relish this breath, for it is your last.
Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull thrower!
To my side, Iolanthus.
Alright, so Ericul over here is a full-on bloodthirster. Greater demon of Khorne. And no pushover.
I will show you true wrath, demon.
Uther, we must protect the cathedral.
Overwatch at multiple shots. Overwatch grants one ranged attack for each AP remaining when used, provided the character has sufficient ammunition. Cool, so it doesn't cancel after just the first shot. Really nice mechanic. Also, I like the attacks of opportunity mechanic. I didn't touch on that earlier because I was talking about the psychic powers of the Grey Knights. When I ran away from the Bloodletters in melee, they attacked me. I like that because that means you can lock down enemies, giving your squad a proper front line.
Puppetry.
Our brothers have bought us precious time, Iolanthus. Flank that demon and fire at will.
I'm going to set waypoints when you move is also a wonderful mechanic.
For the Emperor!
You profane this sacred place with your master's fire. This ends now, demon.
So I assume this is like warp fire. Otherwise it shouldn't penetrate power armor.
For the Emperor.
Pathetic mortal! Weakling spawn of a false god! I am the light that banishes darkness. Your prayers mean nothing!
I am the hammer!
You have beaten me for now, little knight! But the war I fight is eternal!
Analysis. Warp signatures fading.
Then the blood ritual has ended. Where is that report? Report! Where is the commander?
He died a champion's death. Blade on blade against the foulest blasphemy.
Typical 40k. Pyrrhic victory. Also, what Erica was saying there, where his war is eternal, and that the Little Knight had beaten him for now. Demons can't usually be killed outright. There's a few tools in the setting that can. But typically, when you defeat a demon, it's just banished back to the warp for a set period of time, and it'll come back, or can come back at a later date. But it's very, very difficult to kill a demon outright. Now, your commander has fallen, but all is not lost. Grey Knights are powerful, genetically modified super soldiers. They can sustain injuries that would kill a normal human, but they are not invincible. Knights each have a special resource called Resilience, which indicates how many critical wounds they can survive over the course of the campaign before their injuries require their remains be returned to your home on Titan. As your Knights rise in rank, they'll eventually earn more Resilience. So Titan is the Grey Knights' home planet, well, home moon. The Ordo Malleus is also stationed around Saturn, the moons of Saturn, and that's why they all work in conjunction. It's also the only Space Marine chapter stationed in the Sol system.
A long campaign, over at last.
A victory at the cost of the commander's life.
Alive, he was ever a faithful servant to the Emperor. A true hero. In death, at least his duty has finally ended.
Assertion. This ship remains in crisis. The Baleful Edict is seriously damaged. There are grievous matters to attend.
Ah, yes. That is why I have invited our guest.
You have appointed him to take the commander's place?
No one else suitable survived the campaign.
Falsehood. You also live.
My apologies, Acting Commander. The priests of Mars do not understand our knightly oaths. Our men and stores are severely diminished. Your task is to lead us for the voyage home. It is a simple duty, and once we return to Titan, I will put the future of your command to the chapter's Grandmasters. In the meantime, I will provide what advice I can.
I will also support you with counsel and service. But remember, the Baleful Edict is my chief concern. Be careful with this ship.
We sail for Titan on your word, Commander. Strike Force Xiphos at your disposal.
Hi, welcome to the Baleful Edict. With the fall of Commander Agravain, you've been promoted to provisional command of the Baleful Edict for your journey back to Titan. Or our journey. It should be a simple duty, but we need to manage our limited resources and respond to any threats we encounter along the way.
Commander, could you please join me in the Strategium?
What do we have up here? Requisition. Used to acquire mastercrafted equipment and new knights from Titan. Gained primarily as a mission reward and by completing glorious deeds. Prognosticars. Can be attuned to a star system to reduce the threat posed by the bloom there and in all adjacent systems. Gained by upgrading the Augurium from the Manufactorum, can be improved through research. Grimoires. Used for research and gained primarily as a core mission reward. Each grimoire provides a base plus 20% bonus to research speed, which can be increased by upgrading the Libris Malleus from the Manufactorum. And Servitors. Required in order to complete construction projects in the Manufactorum. Gained primarily as core mission rewards and for production in the Augmentation Chamber.
One of our battle brothers has proved himself worthy. Let us honor his deeds.
What do we have here? Ulrich Iolanthus Justicar. Aegir or Aegir Harn, Apothecary. Cadden Rugen, Purgator. Garrick Thule, that's a familiar name. Davian Thule is a commander of the Blood Ravens. The Purgator. Mithric Boars, Justicar. And Voldred Storm, Interceptor.
Brother Ulrich is a talented Justicar. Please decide where he should focus his training to support you in the field.
Alright, so what we have over here. It's current armor. Hit points, willpower, experience, resilience, resistance, focus, move speed, and armor. Alright, so that's what he has equipped. Active abilities, Aegis Shield, which we've seen before, and Overwatch. Passive abilities, 1 Unbreakable Shield. So once per combat when critically wounded, we saw that in action as well. This knight will recover and return to combat after 3 turns with 50% max HP. And Resilient. Knight gains plus 10% resistance. Resistance increases their chance to resist afflictions. And Parry we saw in action. So it's not guaranteed to block the first melee attack, it's only a 50% chance to block it. Okay, cool.
With every promotion, your knights gain 2 ability points, which you can use to expand their capabilities.
Alright, so Justicar. The Justicar gains plus 1 armor with their Aegis Shield ability. And we already saw the Resilient effect. Alright, then he has Cybolt damage. Cybolt gains plus 1 damage. And then Willpower. This knight gains plus 2 max Willpower permanently. So already has those. We can get Terminator armor right out the gate. That's really cool. I don't know if I need to craft it or find it in order to equip it. It's tempting just because it's Terminator armor. So this is the tanky part of the tree. What do we have down here? Plus 4 HP. Honor the chapter. Choose a knight any range to gain plus 1 AP. Extra wargear slot to equip passive equipment. This upgrades Honor the chapter for an extra plus 1 AP. Another upgrades Honor the chapter. Plus 2 AP and 1 willpower. Seems really good. Turn-based games, action point economy is always the way to go. So these are all ranged weapon upgrades. The knight's range attacks have 10%, plus 10% crit chance. What's the other one at? The knight's range attacks have plus 2 crit damage. Rapid reload, when this knight's ammo reaches 0, they have a 50% chance to reload automatically. In Side Cannon, this knight can now equip the Side Cannon ranged weapon. Over here we have Hammer Hand. Strike an adjacent target to deal 4 damage, 100% crit. Another willpower upgrade. This knight gains plus 2 willpower permanently. Upgrade to Hammer Hand. This ability gains plus 1 crit damage. And then Warp Charge. Activate to give this ability Afflict Bleed. 100% 2 turns. Afflicted target suffers 2 damage per turn. What do we have up here? Ran the Unclean, so it's just more melee upgrades. Okay, so it seems like this is the way to build for him. So I do want this 4 HP, and I think Terminator armor, but I might hold off on that for now. Let me get him the plus 4 HP, because he has... yeah, 12 right now. So up to 16. Let me go and grab that. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
Confirming this promotion will apply your ability choices to Ulrich, permanently increasing his rank.
Hold on, I didn't really look at these closely. What else do we have? This knight's 4 strike gains plus 1 damage. This knight's 4 strike gains armor break 1. Armor break reduces a target's armor. This knight's 4 strike gains armor break 1, so you have the 2 armor break. Then Ruthless Precision. When this knight crits a target with a melee attack, they have a 50% chance to gain 1 AP automatically. That's really good. It only takes 1 AP to attack, so if you can keep critting, you just keep attacking, can't you? They run the Unclean, strike at all targets within the blast area 2 of this knight to deal 4 damage, knockback, no stun. Upgrade the damage by 2, so 6 damage. Activate to gain 1 blast area and 2 damage, up to 8 damage. And a bigger area effect. Then willpower, more willpower. Yeah, so this still seems like the way to go.
Confirming this promotion will...
Alright.
Excellent. When you are finished, please join me at the star map. Our ship is in dire need of repair. We had best set a course for Titan and debrief the Grand Masters. Issue the travel order to begin our return to Titan.
Alright, and away we go.
Baleful Edict. In the name of the God Emperor.
Dominus, who is this interloper?
Code scrapings indicate an Inquisitorial transmission.
Baleful Edict. Prepare for my arrival.
Duty calls, Commander. We should open a Vox link.
Inquisitorial vessel. Permission granted to come aboard.
As a Valkyrie.
Thank the God Emperor I found you. I must commandeer this vessel at once.
Impossible! We are bound for Titan. The edict cries out for repair.
The Tech Priest speaks the truth, Inquisitor. Our last crusade bled us dry.
I'm not blind, Knight. But heresy does not operate at our convenience. My destination is Koromar Prime, within this very system. Not such a taxing journey, I'd expect.
And what is it that you hope to find there?
This.
Beneath rotting skies, the air thickens with a world's final breath. Seeds planted in flesh and bone, watered with blood and tears. A warrior alone in the garden of a grinning god.
These are scraps of astropathic whimsy.
There's more.
It grows. It spreads. A great dispersal upon the etheric wind. The bloom proliferating. First, then Koromar, then world after world. Its roots spread from an ancient veil. Inquisitor, hear me! Hear me! Hear me! Who tends the garden?
The Astropath sacrificed himself to send that message.
Now you understand why we must investigate.
Commander, we cannot risk further damage to this vessel.
It is the chapter ship, Dominus. The Inquisitor has every right to request our support.
It is not a request.
Commander, with your leave, we will set our course for this Koromar Prime.
Yes. Good. That will do for now.
Corruption site detected.
I see all these holes in the ship earlier. I guess we do need repairs. Also, with the introduction of the Inquisitor, we now have a potential traitor in our midst, because no Grey Knight has ever fallen to chaos, with one potential exception, but we don't know if it's a Grey Knight or not. It's rumored to be a Grey Knight that fell to Slaanesh. Yeah, there's a potential wrench in our plans. We'll see. Pretty common trope to have Inquisitors fall to chaos in 40k games. Alright, so chaos detected. Worlds afflicted with disease have some level of Nurgle corruption, but this is higher than anticipated. We should investigate this further.
If we do not investigate this threat, the consequences will be dire.
Alright, chaos detected. Low levels of warp corruption can lead to increasing amounts of unexplained phenomena and mutations, especially if a plague is involved. We must make planetfall immediately, Commander. Last light infestation. This planet exhibits signs of some unknown plague, but its hold over the populace is not yet firmly established. We should seize this opportunity to purge it from the system completely. Mutation level none, warp surge risk, plus 15% per turn. Poxus. This bloom strain carries a theme of plague and disease. Warp surges will introduce foul afflictions that hinder our knights on the battlefield, while our foes will obtain mutations that help them resist our powers. The favored mutations, resistance bonuses. Favored warp surges cause afflictions. And 2 unknown minions of chaos.
Commander, it is our duty to support this Inquisitor, but we should complete this task as swiftly as we can. The Grand Masters on Titan are waiting for our report.
Alright, I'm going to call the episode here. This is a good introduction to the game. And the next one we'll start the first mission. So my plan for this Let's Play is to do 1 mission per episode and do all the upkeep after each mission. No matter how long that takes. So that's what we'll try to do. See if we can maintain that pace. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I've been excited about this game since it was announced. So I think it'll be a good time. Either way, for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.